Alright, here we go. This is the secret to living an easier, more, I don't know what these are, a more enjoyable life. So you can actually enjoy life itself instead of worrying and overthinking and being overwhelmed and stressed about the little tiny things. Here's the secret. Keep watching this video and your life will change forever. I'm telling you. See you on the other side. Alright, who's kidding who? There's a million secrets to life, but this is one of them. And the secret is to simply be you. Be yourself, so much so that it's impossible to even harbor the negative thoughts and the self-deprecating thoughts and all that stuff. Be yourself so much so that when you do overthink and stress about the things that are, holding you back from taking that leap or saying that thing or shaving that head or whatever it is, just absolutely dive into being yourself. Oh my God, I'm telling you, if you do it, your life will change forever. And it'll change in so many different ways. Now, another kind of little secret tip thing, I don't know, people say secret, it sounds more enticing, doesn't it? Is to really get to know yourself first. Get out pen and paper, just do it. Just write down everything you think about yourself or what you want to change or whatever, just all over the show. Just write what comes out, because the more you know yourself, the more you know who you are, what you believe in, what you think about, what your habits are, what your negative habits are, what your really bad habits are, some of the things that you shouldn't do, some things you say to people that actually you shouldn't say, what you want out of life, what you want people to tell you, blah 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 blah, a million. Just write it all down, get it all down on a big piece of paper and explore you. Because until you know you, and until you know what you think and who you are and what your life is about and what you want to put out there in the world, or not put out there in the world, no matter how big or small, we're talking you could be wanting to nurture a plant or raise a family or build a company or whatever. Just know what that thing is. I've got a video down below called Find Your Purpose. It's a 3-part series. Get into that, you'll figure it out. That's what that's there for. So once you've got that, once you know who you are, the only thing that's stopping you is ego, people saying that you can't do that. I don't know why I said shave your head before, but shaving your head is a big deal. If you've got long hair and you really want to just shave it off, or you really want to wear some pink trousers, they're pretty loud, but you feel, people might say something, but I really like the pink trousers. You might want to take a job that scares the hell out of you and you don't feel like you're qualified. Just take the job, learn on the way. If anything happens, oh well, get another one. Honestly, just dive into that thing, and then when you fail, right, learn from it. Then if you don't fail, realize that, okay, if I just dive into the things that I love and don't worry about failing and just keep getting back and going through, and if anyone ever laughs at me, just kind of internally just feel sorry for them, because anyone that would ever laugh at someone for following their dreams and their passions and their goals is, clearly saying something about themselves, right? So when you realize that other people's projections just don't matter. In fact, if anything, people's projections are just bouncing off and hitting them back when you're consciously aware of what projectionism is. You know what I mean? So, number 1, here we go, I'm trying a new thing. Number 1, find your purpose, know who you are, absolutely create some kind of version of yourself that you're going to abide by and live by. Set some boundaries, set some rules, set some morals, values, beliefs, whatever. Then number 2 would be just to dive into it. Just do it. JFDI. Just do it. write that down. Write a little card, JFDI, JFDI, and just put it anywhere, and it will just remind you. We talked about the programming, the repetition. Put little signs everywhere saying JFDI. And then the last thing, number 3, is just a case of knowing what the difference between inspiration is and your mind gathering thoughts and then deciding intellectually what you think about that or how you feel about that or whatever. You dismantle inspiration. So inspiration comes in, right? And you get an idea. Let's just call it imagination, or you could call it your higher self if you want to go that way. But inspiration, they say inspiration in spirit, when spirit comes in, or just thought, good thought comes in. You know when it's a good thought, when it's the right thing, when you know you want to do it, you get that feeling in your stomach of nervousness or excitement. When you get the nerves, when you get the excitement or the fear, you're probably onto the right path. That's probably when you're going to do something that's going to make a difference or create a cause and effect in some way. It's a Marmite thing, some people are gonna love it, some people are gonna hate it, some people are just, not gonna know. But when you make those kind of like smaller decisions that don't really make much of an impact, you don't necessarily make big change. So if you're looking to make big change, follow the feeling that scares the hell out of you but also fills you with excitement. It's the same feeling, it's just got 2 components, which depending on where you consciously are and where you're going to go, you're going to go to excitement or you're going to go to fear. It's love, fear in any given moment. Yeah, so just tune into those sensations when you feel it. Absolutely feel it inside and just make that decision. Are you going to go for it, or are you just going to hide and never really be who you want to be, or do that thing that you want to do, or tell that person how you feel, or write that book, or raise that family, or whatever, right? Just do it. I remember at school I had a friend who was a goth, and she did the shaved head, the whole thing. Just did not give a, and it was great to see when she did that and she just went all out, full on goth. Then all the other goths started popping up like bats. They all came together. It was beautiful. And what I always valued in the punks and the goths and the people, or even just the people that wore whatever they wanted to wear that really stood out, and they might get a bit of flack from the people that didn't get it. They might have got bullied and went through all that, but ultimately none of that mattered to them. They lived and breathed who they were, and didn't settle for to be boxed in and have the same haircut as everybody else, because that's what they, and that was always really, that's what I loved about my friends who just, went all out. So cool. And it doesn't have to be in your appearance. It could be in the way you think. It could be the things you say. It could be a number of different things. But when you fully dive into yourself and you live and breathe who you are, and you don't give a shit about what anybody thinks, as long as you're not hurting anyone, it's so freeing. And when you do that, you find freedom. And when you find freedom, then there's very little that can come and take you down. And that's where the power is. If you have no worries, doubts, fears about what you're doing, and you just dive into it so much so that you believe it, and you're going to do it no matter what, and you're going to live and breathe it and create it and wear it and own it, then life can't take you down anymore, and not a lot can get in your way. And if you burn out, fall flat, you get back up again and you do it again, and you reinvent yourself again, or you just get back on the horse, or you just do that thing, you shave that head. JFDI. So whatever it is, whatever that thing is, absolutely live, breathe it, do it, lean into it, and observe what happens around you. See if the other people start popping up into your life because they've noticed something in you that reflects in them. And this is a beautiful thing when all the bats come together. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Leave a comment, subscribe, do the stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.